Hey guys, this is Matt with Comax Gaming, and today we're gonna cover arrays. Now, I'm gonna define arrays in two ways: the way that Wikipedia defines it and the way that I define it. So, an array is basically, a systematic arrangement of objects, usually in a row and columns. But now, an array data structure, which is the one that's sort of dedicated to computer science, it says that it is a data structure consisting of a collection of elements, being values or variables, each identified by at least one array index or key. An array is stored so that the position of each element can be computed by its index tuple by a mathematical formula. I'm gonna define it the way I like it. Basically, an array is a variable of a data type that can handle multiple values, not only one but more than one. For example, I'm gonna make an array of integers or numbers, which are integers. So new, I'm gonna call it items. So new items is gonna store more than one item, because if I wanted only one item, I would only do new item equals something, right? But now we want to have, like, I don't know, 32 different items with different values, with each one of those having different value for this one. So this, in these square brackets, you can write the index that was named before in Wikipedia, which is the number that is gonna access that array, and that number is gonna have its value. It's not gonna have more than one value. So items, and we're gonna assign a space of 32 slots. I like to call them slots. 32 slots is the amount of what do you call this? The amount of values that this is gonna handle. So it's gonna handle up to 32 values. How do you initialize a variable? I mean an array. You do item square brackets, and once it's already defined, you can start assigning values to it. So the first slot of this array is gonna be let's add 52, for example. So items 0 is gonna have a value of 52. Why did I write 0 here? Because in most of programming languages out there, counting starts at 0, not at 1. So if you actually did 1 here and items 32 as last one, it's gonna say the rate is out of bounds, because we did say that this is gonna have 32 slots. But if we actually did 1 and 32, we would be assigning 33 values. So if you want to do this, just write +1. So it's gonna be 33, and then you can do 32, and then you can ignore the items at 0. You can ignore this one completely, but we don't. So we're gonna use 0 here because we like it. So yeah. Okay. So items 0 is gonna equal 28, and so on. Okay. So in this tutorial, we're gonna actually make a simple plugin to make it where, like, the client types in some set number, and it's gonna store the number in this array, and that number will be only accessible by that client. Like, no one else is gonna be able to access that number but the client itself. So let's get started. So reg console cmd is a string, some set num, command set num, there we go. And now we want the command get num to get the number. So this is gonna be, like, really simple. So public, the same stuff we've been doing, like, for, I don't know, ages now. Action command set num client args. Whoops. And I'm gonna explain something that some people have been asking me that they didn't understand. So let's explain it here since it's better. Let me type this in. Okay. So people don't understand this. What this means, basically args is variable. This variable stores how many arguments the player has typed after the command. So set num, we only want one parameter here, but imagine we wanted like 5 parameters, which is a lot. Now the value of this would be 5, or it should be 5, but it doesn't have to be 5 if the user typed in less than 5. So it's gonna be parameter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if this is the case, args is gonna be 5. But if the user typed 4 parameters, args is gonna be 4. So what I'm basically saying here is that the value of args is less than 1, meaning that if the client didn't type at least 1 parameter, then we want to do this in here. But if he did type more than 1 parameter, then do the following here, not this. I don't know if you understand that, but if you don't, leave a comment and I'll try to explain it better. But yeah, basically that's it. So yeah, want to print to chat, actually to console, to chat, yeah. Client, sm prefix, and we want to type please enter a number. Close it, return plugin handled. But what if the user typed in the actual number? So we want to do the following: new string, as always, arg1 32, whoa, no, 2, just in case. Well, actually no, 3. Yeah, 3. I'm not gonna give any example or anything like that. Get cmd args argument 1, comma, the buffer is gonna be arg1, comma, size of arg1. So this is normal stuff we've been doing like for a long time now, but today we want to introduce something else. arg1 int. Notice that I created this variable here called arg1 int, and I'm running out of time, so let's get this faster. So what I want to do here is arg1 int is gonna equal string to int here, and let me show you the parameters. It's gonna be the string here, so arg1, and we don't want the sync parameter at all. So this basically what this is gonna do is convert this string that we got from the command to an integer, so we can read it actually and assign it to this array here. So we're gonna say items client equals the arg1 int. Now this is stored. Print to chat client. I want to do this as fast as I can. Number integer. The percentage d stands for an integer value. Has been stored. Comma. Let's copy this right here and let's paste it over there. Okay, now, whoa, I'm running out of time. Public action command get num. So this one is not gonna require any arguments at all. We just want to get the number. There is actually a number. So what we're gonna do here is like we want to initialize this value at 0 for everyone. What we're gonna do here is like get the number if it doesn't equal 0, or actually -1. What's our restriction here? If arg is less than 0, no, we'll wanna return plugin handled. So if args int is less than 0, then just quit, break it. Okay, command get num, as we see here, is less than 0, so we want to make it if we'll get new string arg1 3. No, oh my god. If the item for client is less than 0, then we want to say print to chat client sim you did not assign a value. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. I don't want to type it. But else, meaning if it is, whoa, more than 0, or bigger than, larger than, whatever, greater than, print to chat client sim number stored is, as always this stands for integer, items client. So that's it, guys. That's how you're gonna return a value for each one of them, and this is gonna be only accessible by that client. So let me pause this video for a second and go in game. Okay guys, we're in Half-Life 2 Deathmatch now, and so I already tested the getNum, and I forgot to mention that an integer cannot store negative values. Well, actually it can, but you cannot assign it, as it says that when you create the variable, you actually gotta assign 1 for each client when they join the server. So it's very easy. It's on client put in server client as parameter, and then inside the function you say items client equals -1, and then it's gonna work. But for now we're gonna do set num 5, and it says number 5 has been stored. Now get num number stored is 5, and if we try to set num -50, see, it doesn't do anything because we made it to where if it's less than 0, just ignore it. So that's all guys, thanks for watching. Please like this video if you liked it, recommend it to your friends, share it, I don't know, subscribe please. Thanks for watching again, see you in the next one. This is Matt with Comax Gaming.